Welcome everyone to my first Marvel United X-Men playthrough, and of course, as I promised so long ago, it is going to be the Fantastic Four expansion, with the Fantastic Four going against my all-time favourite Marvel villain, Doctor Doom. So the good doctor here, he has a special setup, which is Latveria, must be the villain's starting location, so I've obviously put him in Latveria, and I've put the Fantastic Four in the Baxter building. I just thought it was very thematic there. And you don't place any threat card in Latveria, and you replace all the starting thugs in it with Doombots. And for the purposes of the game, all Doombots take over from the thugs. So as you noticed, we have a Doombot there, Doombot there. We've got 3 of them in here in Latveria. And if you notice this is an end of turn which can damage you. This is really good. I like this. This is a very welcome change, I feel, because most of the time when I've been playing, I forget the end of turn effects. And so when they're black, you have to have a look at them because they can damage you. Now, the Fantastic Four come with this little card as well, and this is a teamwork card. We'll talk more about that in a bit and what the Fantastic Four can do, but let's have a look at Doom's card on the other end. See, he's got 9 health because we're using 4. He has the good old-fashioned Doom track, so very much in favour with a few of the other baddies. On overflow, you add to the Doom track, so basically exactly like Red Skull. And as long as there are Doombots in Doom's location, so like this here, there's 3 of them, Doom cannot be damaged. They take the damage for him. But once per turn, a hero can forfeit 1 action to discard 1 of their crisis tokens. And that, I believe, is a very good addition right there. Getting rid of crisis can sometimes be a pain, so if that's on more cards, I would be very pleased. That shows that they have listened. And heroes cannot affect the master plan deck in any way, which again is great because it means you don't want to play any heroes who can affect the master plan with this one, because Doom is just that good. Also on a BAM, Doom deals 1 damage to any hero in his location, and if the heroes are in any locations with a Doombot, they also take 1 damage. So we need to clear those Doombots as well as deal with other threats. But one thing that I do like about these now is some of the heroes have a starting hand card, which means this always goes in your first initial 3 that you draw. And Mr. Fantastic here, I'll read, well, as long as this card is face up in the storyline, during your hero's turn, you can use 1 of your heroic actions or punch actions in an adjacent location. So you play that, go to wild, and it just stays in play basically, unless the villain can turn it over, of course. But you can basically just use this at any point, and all the Fantastic Four have a card also. Now, in terms of the teamwork, some of the cards here have the teamwork keyword, and what it basically means is you perform actions of the same type as all action tokens on the Fantastic Four card, then add 1 move token from the pool to the Fantastic Four card. So if there's tokens on here and you use the teamwork one, you just use them and then you add whatever token to it after. So you could end up with a big end game effect, right? But I do believe you can only add them if you use the teamwork. So you need to start building them up to begin with as well. But that's enough waffling on from me. Let's get on with it. We have a move 0 and a BAM. You'll rule the day you ever heard the name Victor Von Doom. one hero takes one crisis token, and he places 3 Doombots. So Dr. Doom, of course, stayed there, bammed, which moved the threat track up 2, and then he just placed his extra Doombots right there. So that is it. No damage was taken to any of the heroes, but Reed Richards has taken the crisis. So Reed's going first, and because I want to try these out, I'm basically going to play this card. So it is a wild, and all I'm going to basically do is place a heroic on that card right there. So Sue is up next, and she's going to use the teamwork card along with Mr. Fantastic's wild. And so basically she uses the 2 heroics to clear the threat up the top. Now, because she used teamwork, there was nothing on the board, but she can place one of these on the card for when someone needs it. And end of turn with the Baxter building, it basically says you draw 1 card, and if your hero has ever been a member of the Fantastic Four, you may gain a move, heroic, or punch token instead. So we have got ourselves a punch token because I think Sue could probably do with it. So Johnny's up next, and Johnny is going to play a move and heroic along with Sue's heroic. So all he's going to do is move to there and play both heroics. So Dr. Doom's up, he's going to move 1, and he is going to bam. And then my robots are the most sophisticated. He's going to turn all civilians in Doom's location into Doombots. So he's going to move 1. That's going to turn to a Doombot. And then Johnny's got a Doombot up there, so Johnny is going to take 1 damage. So the Thing is up next, and he's going to play a move and a punch along with Johnny's move and heroic. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the Thing down to here, so he's going to go move and move. He's then going to play the heroic, and he's going to defeat a BattleBot. But because of the effect here, if a BattleBot is defeated in this or an adjacent location, each hero in this location takes 1 damage. So unfortunately the Thing takes a damage there. So Mr. Fantastic's up, Reed, and he's going to play his Super Genius. This turn he can treat all symbols as wilds. And so what he is going to do is he's going to move and then use all 3 of these as heroics, because he's going to go to there and clear that threat. So the end of turn effect says you may place 1 heroic token from the pool in this location. This token acts as a permanent extra slot for a civilian or a thug. So just like that, and you can't use it, so it'll just, whenever they fill up, basically, it goes on there. So Sue's up last, and she is going to play a move card, and that means she gets a heroic and a punch. So I'm just going to move it to here, clear that threat, and then punch the Doombot. And on the end of turn, it says you may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. So Dr. Doom is going to move 3, which will place him here. He then places civilian and civilian, so civilian, civilian, and then he adds 2 Doombots. So he adds 2, and then I didn't read this effect here properly, so when adding a Doombot to this and adjacent locations, you add 1 extra. So we added 1 here, didn't we? So I've added one here extra, and up there now has 3 of them on that one tile, and this is full, this is full, that's full, that's full. Yeah, we need to get a shift on really quick. So with Johnny, we are going for the Nova Flame, which obviously gets Sue's move. He gets a move and a punch as well. But if he discards 1 card from his hand to the bottom of his deck, he deals 2 damage to everything else in the location and discards all of the civilians there. So obviously I've set this one up, and I believe you can do this. So I am first going to punch a Doombot right in my space. I'm then going to move 2. And then I am going to Nova Flame that entire of Latveria. So it should kill all the Doombots there, basically. And that gives us a total of 6 Doombots to add to the threat. So Johnny, he only has 1 card left. The Pyrogenis one he starts with. But he's wiped everything out, and he must take damage for each thing there. There's none there, so he's okay for damage. I think that was pretty effective right there. So the thing is up, and he is going to use a punch and his teamwork card. So perform all the actions of the same type as all action tokens on the Fantastic Four card. So we only have this on the Fantastic Four card, so we get to perform that there. He's then going to use the 2 punches to clear the Doombots, and that does mean that Dr. Doom now acts after every 2 heroes, so he's going to start activating straight after. Then we have a move, and I think I'm going to move to Latveria. We also place the punch token on the teamwork there. So Dr. Doom plays You Fell Into My Trap. Increase the Doom track by the number of crisis tokens the heroes have. So it increased by 1. Then 1 hero takes a crisis token, and I've given that one to the Thing. So he moves 4, so he's going to move to there. He then places a civilian there, tries to place a civilian there, but of course fails, so the track goes up by 1. He does a damage to Reed Richards, and then Sue takes 2 damage, so Sue is on 1 health remaining. So Mr. Fantastic is basically not using that card because he can't. He is going to move and play a heroic, so he's just going to move down to here and clear this threat, and then Dr. Doom can take damage. And it says each hero in this location must discard all cards in their hand, draw the same amount of cards. Tremendous. So you can tell I'm not used to the system yet because I've just given up my 2 cards, and then I've realised that he's got this in play. So as long as this card's faced with a storyline during your hero turn, you can use one of your heroic or punch actions in an adjacent location. So he didn't even have to move. He could have just used the heroic in an adjacent location and then punched Dr. Doom in the face. But that's what I get for not looking properly and being new to the system. It just happens. So it's Sue's turn before Dr. Doom, and I'm going to use the 2 wilds because the other card isn't that effective that I've got. So the 2 wilds I'm going to use as punch tokens, and I'm going to punch the 2 things there. Then I'm going to use the heroic to rescue one of the civilians there. I'm not going to use the move because at the end of the turn I'm going to draw up to 3 cards in my hand. So Doctor Doom is up and he's going to move 3, which places him here. Then he puts 2 civilians there and uses 2 Doombots, which turns into 3 because that card's still in play. So they can't go there. So instead they add onto the threat track, and the threat track is now on 11. Johnny is up and he's going to use his Pyrogenesis. So as long as this card's face up, then you can treat heroics as punch cards. But mainly it is used for the move. So he's going to move 1. Needs to get rid of the Doombot first. And then he's going to punch Doctor Doom for 1. So he's got 8 health left. So the Thing is up next, of course, and he's going to use his move, and then he's going to punch Doctor Doom in the face twice. So just moves there, punches Doctor Doom twice. He is now on 6 health. So Doctor Doom is going to move 2, and bam! So he goes straight here to Reed Richards. He's going to bam, so he takes damage. There's no Doombots on the board, which is good, but he does place a lot of civilians, so another one there, another one's there, so lucky we had that because that would have been overflow. But he does push the track up by 2 to 13 because of the bam, so yeah, we're getting there. So the one card I didn't want to discard is this one, since he was moving to our location, and it basically means that we can punch Doctor Doom 3 times, so that means he has 3 health left, and then I can use one of the heroics to rescue anything in another location, so I may as well go to that one and rescue a civilian there. So it's Sue's turn and she's pretty much out of it, but just in case, I want to use the psionic force field. So I gain 2 wild tokens. I'm then going to use this one as a move, and I'm going to go there and then use that heroic to rescue a civilian and do nothing with the punch. So Doctor Doom, he's going to move 5 and he's going to bam, so that puts him here in Latveria, his homeland, and he's going to bam, so no one takes damage. There's no Doombots, which is good. We've cleared all them out, and each hero chooses to either discard 1 card from their hand to the bottom of their deck or take 1 crisis token. So Reed and the Human Torch, well, they've only got 1 left, so we're not going to go for knockouts. In fact, I think we're going to go for, at this point in the game, these 2 should have the cards to take him out. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we are going to just all take Crisis, and we should have enough to deal with Doctor Doom next round. The threat track after that also, because the 2 from there, overflow there, has gone up to 16. So as you can see, 4 away from a loss. So I've got the 2 wilds of the Human Torch, just managed to draw that one right there, draw into that. So there's 3. So he's going to move, and then he's going to punch Doctor Doom twice, leaving him on 1 health. That leaves the Thing to do. It's clobbering time. And basically he's going to move, so he's going to go straight to there. And then he's going to punch against a single target in his location. So Doctor Doom is doomed. Hey everyone, hope you've enjoyed that. I am suffering from COVID at the moment. So yeah, getting there slowly but surely. Still got my voice and still able to do things. And I really wanted to get this game done and on the channel. So it is in fact midnight as of the finishing of this recording right now. Kids and the wife have been in bed since 10 o'clock, and I was so excited to get this filmed and done, and I couldn't wait to get my boy Doctor Doom. I mean, look at him, he's absolutely gorgeous. I love him. Absolutely love him. Fantastic Four actually play really, really well as a team. They all of course, like the comic book, they all have powers which coincide well with each other. And I like the idea of this teamwork card right here. Don't know if this teamwork card is used in blue team and gold team. I'm not sure. I'll get there when I get there, but I just had to film this one right here. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe for more, because I'm definitely going to be playing more Marvel United X-Men.